فوز فوزا. This call is for you, for me. And don't think at all, at any given point, where I cannot join the camp of Imam al-Hussein. I am a sinner. I am a lost cause. I can. And I'll tell you, there was a woman in Basra, Iraq. Sha'bana, she would sing and dance and entertain and parties. She would be paid good money. Business was good. One day she was sitting in her home. She saw a huge gathering. So she goes and she sees someone sitting on the minbar of Imam al-Hussein. Listen. And this man, he's saying this. Imagine the karam of Sayyid al-Shuhada, the karam of Imam al-Hussein, that he was able with his generosity to turn a Hurr ibn Yazid, to turn him into someone who becomes like Habib ibn Madahir al-Asadi. What? In a few hours. In a few hours. How can we comprehend this? Hurr, who intercepts the caravan of Hussein, who causes the misery of Hussein, who is the leader of the army of Bani Umayyah. On the 10th of Muharram, he goes to Imam al-Hussein, Yabna Rasulullah, min tawbah? Can I? Would God forgive me? Is this possible? Me. So Imam al-Hussein says, Man ant? Who are you? He says, Yabna Rasulullah, ana alladhi ja'ja'a bikum al-tariq. I am that criminal, I am Hurr. Imam al-Hussein says, Tub, taballahu alayk. All you do is you ask forgiveness and you will be forgiven. Imam al-Hussein didn't tell him, Wayhak, look what you have done. Look at your crime. You have to go to Hajj and you have to pray Salat al-Layl and you have to do Khatm al-Quran and you have... No. Tub taballahu alayk. Imam al-Hussein, he did not shame him, he raised him. He turned Hurr into a man like Habib ibn Madahir al-Asadi. Who was Habib? Habib وما أدراك من حبيب. Al-Imam al-Hussein would witness for him, أشهد أنك كنت تختم القرآن في كل يوم وليلة. One of the greatest companions of Rasulullah. In a few hours, generous, he turns a Hurr into a Habib. Who is Hussein? He forgives. Come knock at the door of Hussein, the door of forgiveness, the door of salvation. And here we stop at the hadith of Rasulullah, إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة النجاة. Hussein is the ark of salvation. He's the torch of enlightenment. Why did Rasulullah use this example? He says Hussein is a rescue boat. What's a rescue boat? Your boat's in the middle of the ocean. He didn't go back to his life. He changed. أن الله يحب التوابين ويحب المتطهرين. You have to purify yourself. A tawbah comes with purification. The meaning of tawbah is tahara. That's why we go do ghusl al-tawbah. Ghusl al-tawbah means I wash away the sins. I don't go back. her biography. Anywhere you are in the world, if you want to do tawbah, you do ghusl al-tawbah, then you go to the closest house of Imam al-Hussein. You do 2 rak'ah of salah and you say, oh Allah, I've come to you in the name of Imam al-Hussein to help me in my tawbah, to help me to return back to you. I was in the UK not long ago, so like every day I got up to pray. He said, that prayer, I felt Allah is telling me, come, speak with me, I want to hear you. He said, the prayer, I felt it. I never felt my salah. This time I felt my salah. This time I enjoyed my salah. When I did my wudu, I enjoyed my wudu. When I stood in front of the qibla, I enjoyed standing in front of the qibla. Don't look for miraculous ways while you have things in your life that need to be cleaned up, how to have focus in your salah, how to have khushu' in your salah. Inna salata tanha anil fahsh wal munkar. This is what it means. Wallah, this young man was the greatest tafsir of this ayah. Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. This is the salah. Don't tell me, say it, I swear, folks. Do not let the definition of your father, your mother, your grandparents, your uncle, even me, Jawad Qazwini, to define who God is for you. If I make a mistake, if your father makes a mistake, if your mother makes a mistake, do not let that ruin your relationship with Allah. Because that is your lifeline. Without Allah, we are nothing. Allah says, Musa is the message for me. So what's for you? Allah says, Musa, you take this message back to him. That I created him, I love him, cannot abandon him. Lies out of him. Who are you talking to? He says, I'm talking to God. Musa said, are you crazy? He doesn't have a body. You want to massage him, bathe him, read him a bedtime story, take the lice. Jibreel comes to Musa. Go and tell him to speak to Allah. He wanted. Nothing was stopping him. He said, my mother would always tell me, my son, don't do this, please. This is the wrong life. Don't use the ni'am of Allah. Stand the witness. He said, one day I slept. In my dream, I saw someone knocking at our door. And they have this way of seeing who's knocking the door. You know, the small screen that comes inside, full of iman. I have never seen such. How am I going to open the door for Imam al-Mahdi? How am I going to let him inside my house? وَقَدَّمْنَاكَ بَيْنَ يَدَيْ حَاجَةٍ. Special hajat, and specifically to visit Karbala. نَادَى أَبَا الْفَاضْلِ أَيْنَ الْفَارِسُ. Children, he would say, وَاللَّهِ إِنْ قَطَعْتُمُ يَمِينِي. They amputated the right arm of Aba al-Fadl. He took the water in his left. Aba al-Fadl has a mission, and that is to please the Imam of his time. That is to make his Imam of his time happy. He takes the water in the left. Another mal'oon comes and amputates the left arm of Aba al-Fadl. He puts the water in his mouth. He holds on to the water. Going back to the tent of Sayyid al-Shuhada, al-Imam al-Hussein, another mal'oon comes and lands another arrow in the eyes of Aba al-Fadl. He lands in the bucket of the water. Stops. Another mal'oon comes. فَضَرَبَهُ بِالْعَمُودِ عَلَى رَأْسِهِ. إذا انكسر القلب وجرت. إنا نقسم عليك بمحمد وعلي وفاطمة والحسن والحسين والتسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين. Oh Allah, اللهم ارزقنا شفاعة الحسين. Oh Allah, grant us the khidmah with sincerity. Oh Allah, the first night of our grave is lonely night. Say. Allah allow